Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back here to my channel where I play plants too. My name is Nissa and today we are gonna talk about the donkeys. I honestly thought I already did because I used them in my future life Africa, which is the zoo I had to abandon because it crashed too much. But apparently I didn't because I didn't make mud videos at that point. So here they come. They come one today and two tomorrow. And today the one we're looking at is North American Standard Donkey by bubblywums and LeafProduction. I will say though, when you go into the game, it only calls Standard Donkey, so don't start searching for North American. Just a minor detail, sometimes it confuses me when they don't call it the same thing everywhere. Anyway, it is this beautiful donkey. It have a standard side. It's not a miniature. It's not a beast of a donkey. And it have this normal coloration, which is the one I have here on the picture, which varies from more brown to darker to a lighter in between there. But they have this line going from the shoulder blades down to the side here, which are quite unique. However, it is a domesticated donkey, so there are so many variations of them out there, but this is the standard version. I also found both with thicker and thinner fur, and I think that's a seasonal thing. So bubblywums and Leaf, we know those guys. So let's not talk anymore about it. But here it is, the little feller. And I've never been a donkey person, but this is kind of cute. I always saw the donkey as a lizard horse. But since I started Planet Zoo, a lot of them is actually quite cute. They are domesticated and the population in the wild are unknown. I like this building in the background. It's very simple built, but I really like it a lot. I love with mothers make some customized things for these pictures. They live in North America, United States, Mexico, and Canada, so it's not a worldwide domestication, which a lot of the domestications are. They live in grassland, temperate, taiga, and desert biomes, so they should be quite easy to keep. You just need 200 square meters of land for an adult. And keep in mind that they live from -9, which is nice, to 38 degrees Celsius, so they will be very hot in 42 degrees, which I think both the temperate, the grassland, and the desert biomes goes up to, so keep that in mind. Give them some nice shade where they can lay and relax. Grade 2 fins, 1.5 meter, so that's 4 feet and 6, 7, something around there. Group sizes from 2 to 8, but only a single male if you want female in there. They are monogamous and territorial, and territories are maintained by loud vocalized singing. We have heard this before. And they also have a beautiful singing voice. Sorry, I think I'm funny. I know you probably don't, but I think I'm funny. They are polyamorous and confident around humans, and humans can enter the habitat. They grow to around 4 feet tall, both males and females. 4 feet, that's a meter and 25 or something around there. Live for around 30 years and weigh around 400 pounds, that's 200 kilos, so they are heavier than me. They reach sexual maturity at age 5 and can reproduce until they die. They will only get a single offspring a year and they are pregnant for an entire year. So yeah, they can be pregnant all the time, basically. They should be very easy to get to reproduce in captivity, and you will see that with a lot of domesticated animals. We both have the llama, and the bacterial camel here. I do, however, feel like the the llama is the domesticated version of the alpaca. So that's why. Oh, alpaca is also a mud, I think. Oh, I didn't get the enrichment. What a bad keeper I am. But we're gonna go through it in here. I think they are not made on the Provalskis horse because I think the mud is older than that. So maybe a normal grazing animal. Grab ball, herbs and margo, plant screen, robbing pillar, scratching tree, both of them. The big large balls, both of them, sprinkler. How should they use the keyboard? Please explain, how does a donkey use a keyboard? I would love to see it. Then we have the for food enrichment, grazing bowl, large barrel feeder, hanging grazing feeder, melon feeder, and scarecrow feeder. I actually don't think these things fit with any frontier made animals. Just a little thing. We have two different colorations, both in the young and the adult, but I think it's gendered, so the lighter version here is the male and the darker versions are females. However, I think this is even darker than this, but that's also a male. Now I'm confused. It's just because every light one I clicked on here has been a male. So that's female, female, female. And if you go into animal training, you can also see the wrong animal. But there you can also see the pictures on the females is darker and more like a warmer brown, where it's very cool tone gray on the males. But who should we look at? Should we look at you? I'm coming for you. This should then be a female. Yes, it is. It's Xian, I think. And now, I think, again, when I think of a donkey, I think of a lesser horse, because that's what I always thought they were, to be honest. I'm not trying to be racist against donkeys at all, but it's just, if I compare it accidentally to what a horse would look like, it's for one, because I've never seen a donkey in real life, two, because that's what I just always compared them to. So yeah, but the ears are clearly bigger than the horse, and I also feel like the shape here, the angle here is wider, where it would be more elongated on a horse. Down here it looks beautiful. A little detail they could have chosen were to make it glassy, blank, glossy, just in here, just to make it look like snot. Kind of shiny like the eye in here. Because I see that on a lot of animal, and especially when the nostrils are this big, they chose not to do it, but I would kind of like them to. But again, personal choice. The texture here looks very good, and the gradual changing here, you can see the strands of hair go down here and become thicker and covers more and more of the skin going up. We have, however, this weirdness going on here, but I think it's worth it since the texture from out here is so good. And the same from here. Again, every single strand of hair. We have a little bit of blurriness going on some places. Some small kind of weirdness, but nothing bad at all. The eyelashes are a little bit weird because I'm not sure. I know these guys may not put mascara on, but I don't hope anyone have lashes that goes like this. This sits here, this sit there, that sit there, and then one up here, and then here in the middle, and then one up here again. The same here, they're not placed on the eyelash line, they are just placed in the area, which I think is a missed opportunity. But again, I don't think anyone that doesn't make makeup every single day would notice. Here the mane is actually also pretty well done. Very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Oh, we have the blue coloration here. Can you see that? But what happens here? It disappeared. Maybe I have some kind of settings turned on, so I have a light that's blue. Yeah, even when we go here, we have that weird little V there, but that's the only thing I can set my finger on. It's very cute. We also have the dark line here. Now, this could be interesting, but it seems like they did it right. I would like to explain. If you draw a line on a piece of paper, then you can see where the line goes. When fur with strands of hair have a line, then the line goes on the skin. And then the strands of hair placed on the line will have that color, but not the hair around it. So therefore, hair mix and match and blend in between each other. So therefore, you will have like a coloration here, and then the line actually goes here, but since this hair strands go this way, then they will overlap a bit, and then the next color will overlap again. You get that here, where you can see the dark strands overlap with the lighter here, and then the lighter here overlaps again. Well done, guys. We have a little bit with the grid down here where we can slightly see it, but when we move around it disappears right away, so it isn't bad. We have seen much worse than that. The tail actually also seems very good. It is a little thin here at the end, but again, some animals have thin hair, some animals don't, and I never seen this particular donkey. I never seen any donkey in real life, so therefore I can't really say anything against that. I will actually go over here just to look at the hoofs. So here I would have liked that they did the same that they did with the lion, and the mule, I think it's called. Here you can see the line isn't just a line, it blends, and they didn't do that here. I am not sure, maybe one of them did this and one of them did that. That is a possibility, but basically it's also a possibility that they just gave up down here because they don't think anyone noticed. Guys, I always notice things, and that's a big issue for me, because when I notice things, I can't unnotice them. I live with a roommate, and it was fine for weeks. We both moved in, and then someday one of us noticed in the kitchen, the white kitchen was painted completely white, but the the turn lights on and off on the wall was still painted the old color, so they were green. There wasn't a lot of them, so we didn't really notice at first, but when we noticed those were green, it frustrated the hell out of me. He thought it was funny. I couldn't unnotice it, so every time I was in the kitchen, I got stressed right away because of it. Yeah, I know it's a me problem, not a you problem, but it's so frustrating. We also have a beautiful line here where you also can see the hair, where the lines appear a little bit different because the hairs go along the line and not across the line, but you will still see those individual strands of hair mixing a little bit in the edge. So yeah, overall very beautiful. We got babies. Let's look at the baby. I would like to move you around. Ta-da! And this is Amy, and Amy is 0.7 years old. Look up, baby. Oh, I forgot. We needed to take a look at the eyes, and I didn't mention it that much because it's pretty much dark. But when you get close there, there, you can actually see this shine of a brown color coming in here, and you also have that there. It's pink on us, but it's dark on them, so that's actually also a very nice touch. They have these big dark eyes. Again, I would like them to have a little more colorations here. Like the babies actually have the eyes over here is much better, and we have all of those unclean colorations in the eye, which makes it so much more realistic. Though I feel like the fur is a little more thin. That can be because it's a fall, so therefore it doesn't have that thick fur yet. As you can see here, the hair is also longer up here, but here it doesn't seem as thick. The coloration here is also way more contrast, where on the female we looked on before it's more minute. If we found a male here, a lighter coloration here, it's also more prominent than it is on the darker ones. But over here feel like it's very, very dark. But again, beautiful work here. I do, however, feel like this strand. Oh, here you can really see it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tail here, shorter hair, and we have some weird strands going from here to here. Wouldn't happen. It should just be bushy right, like here, just all the way around. But that's a very small thing. The same happens here that happened when the adults, but otherwise very beautiful creatures. So yeah, bubblywums and Leaf did a good job, honestly. Yeah. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna leave it there. Good job, guys. Well done. And as always, the link to the mod and to a video by Leaf to how to install the mod into your game, description below, always. And if I at any time update or the mod get updated, then there will be a pinned comment in below, either with a link to my new video on the mod or to just what the changes were, if it's just a small fix. Anyway, guys, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you know the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again at the comments below or in the next video. Bye, guys!